No friends in the industry, my brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kin to me, a fact. Whoa, yeah, you heard about me, you don't know me more than that. Yeah, I know hey, yeah. No friends in the industry, my brothers been my brothers, man. You niggas ain't no kin to me, a fact. Whoa, I was known for snapping when I chat before the app. Stood on everything I said and never took it back. Whoa, no friends in the industry, I had to draw the line between my brothers and my enemies, a fact. Niggas let us start the beat, don't wanna keep it rap. Yeah, you hit us up and now we owe you something back. See you, I was young angel, but these niggas turn me evil. Yeah, I know you, but you really ain't my people. Yeah, I heard some people say they know him as my equal. Truth be told, us son, these niggas, girl, I don't compete with them. Ask about the boy and they gon' say he got the streets with him. Niggas so offensive knowing they don't have no defense. Why they always act like we can fix it with a meeting? All that linking up, man, I'ma see you when I see you. Yeah. Yeah, brothers been my brothers, man, you niggas ain't no kidding, that's a fact, ayy. And I'm like she carry smoke, I'm on and off the track, ayy. And you love that hoe with me, I put her on her back. You get drizzy on the track, here, put you on the map. Oh, it's like that, hell yeah, it's like that, ayy. And I got a contract, it's a max, ayy. Since I got in contact, she attached. When I saw my first deal, that shit came through a fax. That shit let
the
you
New
know
York Giants select Odell Beckham.
There is Odell Beckham Jr. Tears in his eyes coming out. There's some more envy from Jet fans.
I also think Michael, he's one of the best route runners in this draft.
And that's the key. This kid knows how to run routes. We have the speed guy.
Every time I get back in the streets, this shit get darker.
Niggas can handle me now. We do it all, we can't no laws, they thinking about taking me down. We didn't put bulletproof all in the cars, I told them bring 80 more rounds. I put baguettes so long on my dogs, they fall, they making a sound. I'm on the yacht with a bad dot, we got the streets in the headlock. Nigga try to creep through the backyard, all he seen was the choppers and red dots. I gave my mama a black car, yeah, I really put on for the head now. This that one AC, you ain't one of them rappers and none of yours.
Going against that Eagle offense, you got to go for it. 4th down and goal from the 3. Eli throwing, and it is batted away at the end. Victor Cruz could not hang on. Brandon Boykin. So for the Giants, about as bad as it gets right now.
Right knee, right when he plants to try and go for this ball. You can see it. Obviously completely distracted on a relatively easy catch for Victor Cruz. But also many of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive players.
My step is the chest, not checkers. I told my dogs, don't stress, don't rush it. I really got off for 7 on 7, and I'm getting better and better and better. My nigga is never no pressure. Every time I hang with one of y'all niggas, you smoke, it's never no pressure. Niggas is pussy, if I put a price on your head, could I get the special? You know I be hanging with Jews, get money with Russians. I'm making my moves, the hood behind me, I never could lose. I'm good, I'm solid, can't play me like one of them dudes. You probably end up on the news. We mobbing and wildin', you know we ain't talking them Jews, especially for none of you dudes. We sliding with choppers, rockin' Dior. I still remember me poor, I'm trying to get more. Walking to Philly when niggas get smoked, for real, trying to slide to the store. Sitting with the stick, ghost minivan stolen, slide with the door. Nigga gonna die in the street, so we can't even beef him down the fours. And the bitch at right, he talking this shit like he can't get blitzing down the tour. Switching the lane when I'm in that Rango, and that on them boys can't follow them boys. I got the game for the real OGs, this money old bitch can't die by the whore. I got the game for the real OGs, this money old bitch can't die by the whore. Gee, hate on me now, hate on me now, I tell her hate on me now. Cut out them bitches and all of them legions, so ain't no more wearing me down. Frack out the genders, I jump out the bitches, they know I ain't playing around. I dribble double whenever I bubble, these niggas in trouble, I'm saying it now. Gee, hate on me now, hate on me now, I tell her hate on me now. Cut out them bitches and all of them legions, so ain't no more wearing me down. Hate on me now, niggas get hate on me now. We in the city, I tell me it's time to say, you should say the shit now.
And the 2014 AP Offensive Rookie of the Year is
Odell Beckham Jr.
A little nervous, but first and foremost, I got to thank God for getting me here and allowing me to even get on the field. Early in the year, I didn't even know if I was going to have a chance to play. On top of that, thank the Giants organization, my teammates, Big Brother Vic, who looked out for me all year. Mom and Dad who are here, this one's for y'all, you know. This one's for y'all. Brothers Jeremy Hill, Jarvis Landry here, the Royal Familia, you know, without them, I don't know where I'd be, and I'm very happy to take this one home.
They jealous, they envious of me. I'm rich as fuck, I'm poppin', got it poppin' off a beat. I'm fucking on that bitches, they payin' out here for free. I'm stylin' with no stylist, they clean, I got OCD. You niggas soft when you follow, you niggas sheep. Hit a buff nigga with hollows and make them weak. Yeah, that red and blue shit cool, but I want that green. Ooh, that wire I just hit, I feel relief. I got private, it's lit. It's a field trip, buy bags, my type of bags. They be meal ticks, I could fuck up a chick, nigga, I got it still rich. I came straight from the bottom to the top, that's a hill flip. They ain't talking that close talk, but hit the kill switch. I just wrote up a script, somebody call it Will Smith. Pockets full of blue hundreds, you would've swore a nigga grip. Niggas ballin', but they ain't James Harden scoring like this. I'm fucking the game with an STD. Contagious as fuck, I spread the game out to the team. You lame as fuck, I probably seen you on the meme. Pop in this fuck, you probably see me on the screen. Nigga, let me floss, he go boss, boom, boom, the whip talk, Cuban bust down, yellow diamonds, ooh, he pissed off, white gold, yellow gold, same time, crisscross. I like ghetto bitches that wear too much lip gloss. Drop it off, pick it up, make it shake, drop it off. Bitches catching feelings, one-handed, damn she Randy Moss. Know the cost, profit loss, nigga, I'm a fucking boss. Name it Marcus Saxon Fifth, we don't do no fucking raw. I make back gloss, 6'4" gloss, candy paint, we dripping off. You brought all them watches, but ain't brought no house, you fucking false. Hard on cold, leave them frost, fuck a league, she wake up lost. Got that sauce, I got ho-ho-hos. Santa Claus, Lamborghini, new Ferrari, driving crazy, I'm not sorry, would've thought I was a collector, high, keep a Barbie, love a party. You can never school me, baby, I'm too tardy, I'm a dog, leave my mark, my shit permanent, it's sharp. They jealous, they envious of me. I'm rich as fuck, I'm poppin', got it poppin' off a beat. I'm fucking on that bitches, they payin' out here for free. I'm stylin' with no stylist, they clean, I got OCD. You niggas soft when you follow, you niggas sheep. Hit a buff nigga with hollows and make them weak. Yeah, that red and blue shit cool, but I want that green. Ooh, that wire I just hit, I feel relief.
I don't know what kind of crazy eerie focus or what kind of superpower he has, but his hands and his eyes are they're special.
People know more now about the catch, you know, and just, I mean, I saw it every day. I saw it every day, and I've seen the stuff that's way crazier than that.
Yeah, New Orleans boy. You know how we do it. We just got it.
Played with him in college, so all those one-handed catches.
The rookie, like, as much as I want to fill his head up, he's just that good.
suspension of Odell Beckham Jr. was upheld by the NFL, and he will not play in Sunday night's game in Minnesota. Beckham apologizing for his actions, saying this in a prepared statement. I owe some people an apology. I wasn't raised to act like I did the other day. I am not here to make excuses for my conduct. This isn't about anything that was said or done to me. This is about my behavior, and I am responsible for my behavior. People expect better from me. I expect better from myself. Stephen A., you buying ODB's apology?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. First of all, let me say this, and I feel the need to say this because this is not about Odell Beckham Jr., what I'm about to say. This is about all of these professional athletes. What happened to just looking into a camera and just speaking your piece? I mean, you know, to me, that's clearly a statement written by the PR department, or whether it's his PR or the team's PR, or I don't know, but that just rubs me the wrong way. It ain't that damn hard. It really isn't. To just look into the camera and be like, look, man, I messed up. That's not who I am. That's not how I was raised. I was selfish that day. I got caught up. My bad. I mean, it's just that simple. You know, and not only that, for it to come days later, it's like, really? Was that all necessary? You know, I mean, it was clear that he was wrong. It was clear that he was excessive, but it was also clear that he wasn't the only one at fault here, which is why Josh Norman got fined.
Friday evening, Josh Norman signing with the Washington Redskins. It's a 5-year deal worth $70 million. And according to Ian Rappaport, it includes $50 million worth of guaranteed money.
We're gonna knock this right out. We're gonna skate to one song and one song only, nigga. Yeah. Really? Fucking kind of style. Get your jig on. You a clown ass nigga, put a wig on. Nigga, I be going AM to the big on. All this ice around my neck, I got a fridge on. Body cast, put them in the body bag. Broke nigga, we should put you in the body cast. Real nigga, all I know is get a lot of cash. I took you away in niggas' spot, that's why you probably mad. My story, all guts glory. Posted on the corner, clock 40 tuck on me. 20 years on me, me and my army. Feeling like none of y'all niggas can't harm me. I came from the bottom where they never make it at. With all my jewels on, they ain't never taking that. It's rules to the game, I ain't never breaking that. And once you give a statement, nigga, you can never take it back. You lame, part of the game, nigga, part of the fame. I got 30 in my clip, I can park in your frame. Plus it's rolling.
For yourself, Odell Beckham Jr. is the most overhyped, overrated player, and he is a great player, but he's overrated. And his celebrity is completely overrated. If Odell's not for the blonde hair, people wouldn't even know who the hell Odell Beckham Jr. is.
They do, but they're going. No, he's not Julio Jones.
He ain't Antonio Brown.
He's more valuable, maybe, though, than Julio is to Atlanta.
That's what I was about to.
I think so.
He's more valuable than Julio Jones?
Yes, he is.
To New York.
Julio Jones is 6'5", runs a 4.2 40, and don't drop passes in the playoff time. He actually got his team to the damn Super Bowl and should have won it.
What's happening, TT? Shit like this straight cookie, motherfucker. I just put a master kid on top of a lamp show. I know how I feel to stay down and run you some bands up. 100 grand on me, it's hard holding my pants up. TRX, the Hellcat motor inside a ram show. Real ones like me hard to come by, it's only a handful. Ain't no money in the world to make me get my mans up. I know how I feel to think everybody against you. I know how I feel to watch bullets go through a windshield. I know how I feel when you try your best to be real. I know how I feel when you think no one understands you. I know how I feel when the one you love getting ran through. I know how I feel, I done really cut all my mans too. I know how I feel when you broke and them bills past due. Oh, you thought this shit was a joke, we on your ass too. I can't give my energy to anybody. I'm a billionaire in the making, I promise I'ma get one. Little bitch tryna chase me, had to steal for me. Only had a couple dollars, I was still getting fresh. I ain't tryna sound cocky, but I feel on the best. Every time I want the maximum, I ain't taking nothing less. I've been back to back jets, but I still fly Delta.
said I miss you. I ripped it up and flipped with the tissue. Try to forget you, I ain't got nothing against you. We human, we all got issues, but I'm tired of being tired. That part of me done died. I see it, then I don't act like I'm blind. I'm confident it won't be one of mine. No emotions come with lies, so I tell the truth all the time. Ain't got no sympathy for no bitch. I admit that I'm rich and I'm lit. Jumping up on stages, I get 200 occasions. But I ain't really for the game, or we make niggas shut they trap down. They see how I made it, I'm the reason they won't rap now. See me out in traffic, make a hater pull his hat down. Biggest OG salute me, a stylist can't even style me. The robbers probably wanna get me on mopping out Lamborghinis. The Yankees turn in my city, they try me, I get it cracking. Some of this still would happen if I never started rapping. My people them steady trapping and they still be getting active. I tell them to chill. I'm trying to run out these M's, pay cash and then he post.
Manning about Odell Beckham Jr. being inconsolable in the post-game locker room. And Eli Manning basically admitted that, you know, he was very emotional after the game, he being Odell Beckham. And then we heard a pounding on the walls outside the interview room. So I went outside the interview room to see what was going on. Odell Beckham Jr. came by me, and I was standing there talking to the grounds crew, and they all said that Odell Beckham Jr. put the hole in the wall. They didn't see him because they were apparently inside the grounds crew office. There's photographs of it. We took it. There's video of it. And then a short while after that, NFL security was brought up, and they started interviewing members of the ground crew. But one member of the ground crew, Greg Wolf, said that he was pretty certain that the hole in the wall was caused by Odell Beckham Jr.
Do you still make OBJ the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't. I'm disgusted with him right now. I'll be honest with you. We don't know whether it was a blunt or a joint in his hands. We don't know that it was cocaine that the lady was using, even though one surmises based on the video that that's what it was. For me, this is a man that has been front and center on his own accord, speaking about not only how he wanted to be the highest paid player, the highest paid wide receiver, but he wanted to be the highest paid player in football. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure everybody understands that I believe that as a talent, Odell Beckham Jr. warrants consideration for those dollars. But I am getting sick and tired of these folks, these athletes out here not recognizing what your responsibilities are. See, it's moments like this where we look at a LeBron James and we have to appreciate who he is and what he represents. A man that has been in the limelight since age 17 and has never been in a speck of trouble. When you take into account the fact that he plays the sport of basketball, where your contracts are fully guaranteed and you have absolutely nothing to worry about, and a man has made close to $1 billion in his career and still knows how to act, then you turn around and you look at a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., who I personally like, see him at a lot of basketball games, but this is just stupid. It's stupid to even find yourself in this situation. Now, you can't stay up all night and you don't know who's videoing you and all. I get all of that, but it's drugs involved, purportedly. And you're associated with that at a time you are looking to get paid. And this is why I say the word stupid is appropriate. It would be irresponsible, but if you already got your money, it would just be irresponsible. It wouldn't be stupid. Stupid is when you do it before you got the money, while you're trying to get the money, knowing that they're using every excuse under the sun to deny you your money, and you still go out and do it. This is a man that regardless of what he wants, remember, Max, Riddick, Lewis, these guys, you negotiate your deal. They don't have to sign him to no contract extension. Plus, they get to franchise tag him if they want to, not just after this season coming up, but after the following season, which means that if the New York Giants want to play hardball, which is get them in the new GM's reputation, by the way, you literally can lock this brother down for 3 more years before you let him get his money. He knows this, and you put yourself in this position anyway, inexcusable.
Hey, real talk, bring it in. Bring it in. Don't need to be said. Y'all know what the we need to do. You know what we came here for, real talk. We came here to win. We came here to play our best game. All that bull. Let's play football today. Have fun. Most importantly, have fun. And the only way we gonna win this is together. That's it. Let's get it, man. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Damn, this motherfucker too crazy, saucy. Let that shit ride, 88.
This shit over, it's over. I don't know what's after it or what's, you know. I keep my gun in my drawer, duck in the sad news. My phone say 7 missed calls, I know it's bad news. This life had left me so scarred, I know it that's true. Remember time got so hard, I got it tattooed. I ain't did no shows but made some bread. I gotta keep the family fed. Look, just talk to Pops about the feds. I ain't gon' lie, he had me scared. I feel him coming, nigga. I'll keep on running, nigga. If we go down bad, keep it 100, nigga. Girl, all in my ear screaming, spend some time. I promise I'll be here when I can get some time. Right now, I gotta get what's mine. I'll be thugging to the end of time. And fuck these niggas cause they lame, since they love saying my name. Make sure you write the truest in the motherfucking game on my tombstone and they bury me. By the river they will carry me. Finally I'll be resting in peace. Finally, finally I'll get to fly away somewhere someday. Fuck these niggas cause they lame, since they love saying my name. Make sure you write the truest in the game on my tombstone and they bury me. By the river they will carry me. Finally I'll be resting in peace. Finally, finally, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's after that shit. Finally, everybody think they go finally, but fuck it, I sleep when I'm that shit come with a lot of pressure. I'm a young nigga, believe that, man. I'm a hustler. Finally, finally, snowing and bury me. By the river they carry me. I'll be resting in peace. Finally, finally,
We are talking a lot of money, a real lot of money for Odell Beckham Jr., resetting the wide receiver market, now the highest paid receiver in the NFL. Here are the numbers, and they're big. 5 years, $95 million, that is the max. $90 million at its base. So on a per year basis, Odell Beckham Jr. makes $18 million per year, eclipsing Antonio Brown as the highest paid receiver in the NFL.
True. Where the fuck you at?
Just like Luther King, bitch, I had a dream. I guess it came true, not fuck up my gene. Did what I had to do, I'm fulfilling my need. Locked up, only place I was going to sleep. How you been in that cell, that composition? Notebook in that pen. Nigga locked down, you ain't got no friend. Nigga locked down, you ain't got no bed. They tryna indict me, don't want me with band. I cut my EM, come and catch me, you can. I told my mama ain't going to jail no more, and I did that shit again. I feel them people don't want me to win. I know how I've been, I can never forget. To remind me, I take a look at my gym, spread my wings. They don't want me in the win. Hot boy cinema said they get shot, gon' get premiere. All I want for niggas know not to play with me, I don't wanna be fair. How you want smoke, but he ain't got no funds. All you do is post guns, that shit you wear. Run with the K, little nigga, I could coach it. Do it for the coach, cause I'm that real. I ain't had a dream like Luther, no left. Dream I had 10 hoes in my belt. Dream that I had Puerto Rico. Dream that I got a rip from the fed. London the king of the north. You can't say the V without Roy. Feel like a dream was I snort. Rest up 23 don't mean joy. See how I was written in it, just my pen and composition. I didn't wanna trust these women, following my intuition. Bottled up my inner feeling until I explode. We got water bed for wet dreams, I don't wanna be woke. Just like Luther King, bitch, I had a dream. I guess it came true, not fuck up my gene. Did what I had to do, I'm fulfilling my need. Locked up, only place I was going to sleep. How you been in that cell, that composition? Notebook in that pen. Nigga locked down, you ain't got no friend. Nigga locked down, you ain't got no bed. They tryna indict me, don't want me with bands. I cut my
It is done. Odell Beckham traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. We are still working to figure out the final details on this one. But Beckham is gone, and John Dorsey is all in right now to build this thing around Baker Mayfield. He has got his #1 wide receiver and a buddy of Jarvis Landry, I might add. So let's check Landry's Twitter account in the coming minutes to see what his reaction is going to be. The Browns are all in. You know, Dorsey said a couple of weeks ago he thinks maybe it's a little bit too early to start talking about the Browns going for it. He was playing coy. They are going for it.
Good morning. Great, yourself?
All right, we'll go ahead and open right up.
Was this always in the back of your head that you could wind up here? Was that good with you?
Of course, if I wanted to be anywhere else, I'd be playing alongside my brother. Like, this is everything I ever dreamed of. He made me who I am today. Like, he's taken me to a level of this greatness. This is legendary, and I think that it's gonna be one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life.
I mean, I just cried. I called him, cried with John, cried with Freddie. You know, I mean, like, you know, I know for me, it's something that, you know, he's definitely somebody that my life needs, you know, so it's more than an honor to take the field with him again, you know?
He started this. This is the reason this all happened is because of him. You know, we would sneak into the facility at midnight, go shoot jugs till 2 in the morning. We talked about legendary, we talked about a legacy, we talked about gold jackets. That's our conversations. It never was about no money, it never was about any of that. It's about being a legend. And I think this moment is gonna be more iconic than we all realize right now. You know, to look back in 10 years and be like, man, I remember the start of something great. You know, and I'm just happy to be a part of that.
We got guns
when my brother wasn't there at my lowest? How you fumble with the bag, nigga? How did you blow it? One of the greatest, now I'm letting you know it. Yeah, way too many people went away. Ayy, still be putting people when they place. Do you hear me? My youngest in the field every day. Ayy, they still in the field busting plays. Do you hear me? We got guns, you got guns, we got clips. Baby, we can start a party in this bitch. Do you hear me? Heard a lot of niggas tried and they missed. Ayy, they don't really make them like this. Ooh, oh, babe. Y'all might want to back up a little bit.
Is 6-10 incredibly disappointing for you?
Me not making the playoffs was disappointing. So whatever the record is after that, I mean, who really cares? You know, it's about going to the playoffs, and not to be like that. But you know, I feel like in my past life, I used to look and kind of dwell on the negative and look at maybe the glass half empty, half full, whatever you want to call it. And now I'm just looking at the positives. You know. The season's been a disappointment. I feel like week to week it's been a battle to get to Sundays, and I feel like I can't wait for 2020. I'm done with making excuses for what happened and how I really was going through whatever. Get the off season to take a look, go to the docs, evaluate, see what's going on. Get that. I'm just letting you know 2020 is going to be completely different. I don't care who doubts. I don't care what thoughts, opinions are made about me as a player, person. It's going to be my year, and to be able to be here with my brother and share that.
Look up to God, put my head in the sky. Losses after losses, I just wonder why. People think I'm tripping like my shoes untied. If it wasn't for the music, would've gave up now. I cry in the dark, that's why it seems alright. But I know that I'm special enough the average time. It's alright to cry sometimes. It's gonna be okay, gonna be fine. We all gotta leave someday. That's the scariest thing. Anymore. Everybody said I changed, but they changed, show me, Lord. I sit back and I reminisce, it's insane to me, Lord. Every time I have a problem, I run to you, Lord. I come back to you, Lord. Yeah, I run to you, Lord. I come back to you, Lord. You know I run to you, Lord. Look up the dawn, put my head in the sky. Losses after losses, I just wonder why. People think I'm tripping like my shoes untied. If it wasn't for the music, would've gave up now. I cry in the dark, that's why I seem alright. Not the average time. It's alright to cry sometimes. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
And Cincinnati takes it right back.
He's down on the ground. He's injured right now. He wasn't even looking and expecting this ball. He ran about 20 yards down the field before he even looked for that pass.
So a couple of injured Brown players, not only Beckham, but J.C. Treader is still on the turf.
I mentioned to you that Odell Beckham Jr. made the tackle on the interception thrown by Baker Mayfield. He was injured at the end of that play, kind of leaping in the air. Look at 13 here. Jumps up. And Odell Beckham has gone into the locker room. We don't know the nature of the injury, but Odell...
I don't believe that you'll see the same Odell Beckham when he returns that you see right now. Because injuries like this for a wide receiver is very, very tough. It's not an Achilles, it's an ACL, which still takes a long time to rehab, Stephen A.
Well, first of all, I'm sad. I'm sad for him because here's the bottom line. We weren't seeing the Odell Beckham Jr. you were talking about anyway. And it was primarily because of who his quarterback was. We all know what time it is, and it's ironic to me, or more than a mere coincidence, that the play that he got injured on was an interception by Baker Mayfield. Now, who looked absolutely fantastic. Props to Baker Mayfield after Odell Beckham Jr. went down, the way he connected on 21 straight passes. But prior to that, that was a bad throw on his part. It was an interception. And then as a result, Odell Beckham Jr. trying to, catch the guy that intercepted the ball, ultimately, caught his foot in the turf. It looked like a little bit and messed up his knee. And so I find that a bit ironic, to say the least. Having said all of that, Odell Beckham Jr. has 23 receptions on the season in the first 7 games. That's less than 4 receptions a game. He's not even their leading receiver, not in receptions, not in yards, and he clearly wasn't happy there with everything that was transpiring. And for him to go down like this, clearly he was looking for his money. He was looking to go somewhere else at the end of this season, if not before the November 3rd trading deadline. And now all of that is done. We don't know. In all likelihood, he's not going to be back next season. He's clearly out for this season. So we're not going to see him before 2022. And as a result of that, coming off the ACL injury, the one thing that we're assured of is that he's not going to get his money, the money that he covets down the line, number one. And number two, wherever he ends up, it's not like everybody's going to be kicking in their doors to get him. So he might not end up where he wanted to end up. It's a real sad situation.
We all know what this is heading for.
Gonna take a me
Skull Gang, Young Money.
The smile I had is gone away. Those that steal are gonna pay.
Oh, y'all thought it wasn't gonna happen? I can't feel my face. Let's do it.
Empire
Real nigga, I
Mixtapes,
just
not
can't
for the
be
weak
fake.
out.
No fake niggas, they just can't be real. Hot boy, I just can't be chill. So hot, I'm a walking kettle. Man, these boys can't get on my level, they never could. All white phantom directing it through the hood. But a soft lever, my dash is cherry wood. Big 4/5, it's working very good. Got a driver named Woodrow, opens the door. Suicide dome, he holds the umbrella, I hops out the back. That's El Rosa Parks where I sat. I'm a dog, but I'm like a cat to a rat. If he don't run, he gets scratched.
I've been thinking to myself lately. Wonder did she mean it when she say she hate me? Or wonder did she mean it when she say she wish she didn't keep the baby? Told Sally to speed it up, you ain't driving Miss Daisy. Rolls Royce truck plus, yeah, you driving, little baby. Hit from the back and grab her neck, he be driving her crazy. Ain't worked no job since we met, I'm the reason she lazy. I got some checks and I ain't touched, they for Loyal and Jason. Really wanna have a daughter just so I can spoil her. Maybe look at women different. Father God, forgive me, I'm be sinning for a minute. We bought sticks when it was tension. Fuck that bitch, she want attention. She get famous if I mention. Ain't gon' say her name at all. I was just sitting in prison, damn near living like a dog. I remember that shit vividly. I do this shit for y'all. I'm not looking for no sympathy, won't cry about no loss. I got demons all on my back and arms, I'm trying to shake them off. I can't never fuck with Lil Mill again, he try to take me off. I can't lie, you was my dog, I heard that shit, it broke my heart. Can't no nigga say I did some flaw, been solid from the start. Every situation never happened, baby play this part. I ain't never did shit to brag about it, I do that shit with honor.
No rhyme or reason whatsoever that OBJ is not getting the opportunity to use his talent. I understand that he had a few drops a week ago, or he had a certain shoulder injury that, you know, kind of helped some of the drops. He got in the way of some of those drops. But at the end of the day, you are the quarterback, you got to get that new ball. There just ain't nothing else to be talking about. I don't want to hear nothing about we need to figure it out a better way. No. Number 13 is on the field. Get him the damn ball, man. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about that. I don't want to hear Baker Mayfield sit up there and try to explain to me and explain to the world, oh, we got to go through certain formations, we got to do certain things, Jay. We're not doing it. Get the dude the damn ball, man. In order to be successful, that's why he's there, because he's a talent.
And you know what's happening too, Key? I was thinking about this yesterday as I was reading these articles about how liberal you'll be. Because now all these articles are coming out saying about, what is the trade value for OBJ? Has it diminished? And I'm sitting there saying, no, this dude is special. He's just not being prioritized in the offense. But now people are talking about, is his trade value diminished?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is the real issue here is the Browns were foolish with the way they handled Odell, the whole Odell situation.
Odell need to do now?
He needs to get the hell up out of Cleveland. That's my position. He needs to get the hell up out of Cleveland. He doesn't want to be there. He's made it very, very clear he wants to be there. I do not condone his father chiming in on social media the way that he did. No, Odell Beckham Jr., that's you, bro. Nobody's going to believe it's just your daddy. Nobody's going to believe that. They're going to believe it's you, okay? And so that comes across as childish and immature, and that is not a good look for Odell Beckham Jr. But I do understand his level of frustration. He is absolutely, positively miserable. His soul ain't even there to play some football with Baker Mayfield, okay? It's clear. Anybody that talks to Odell Beckham Jr., he'll tell them this. This is how he feels.
Hurt? No. Surprised? Yes. I think there's different things that play a factor into it. I've had conversations with his dad before, man-to-man, face-to-face, and I was pretty surprised by the video and the intentions and the feelings behind it. I'd be lying if I said otherwise, but hurt? No, I'm good.
Have you spoken to Odell since yesterday?
No.
What was your reaction to the video?
I was probably just about as surprised as all of you were.
Do you want him back?
I mean, I would take anything to have a winning team right now. Our focus needs to be on winning, and anything like this that's stuff that's created on the outside, drama-wise, takes away from the focus and attention to detail that we need to have, which is exactly the reasons why we haven't been able to win.
The Browns released a statement just now that Odell Beckham Jr. will no longer play for Cleveland. So obviously we knew this was coming, but this just came down. Tim, I'll start with you. What do you think would be a good fit for him? Which team?
I think it's Vegas. I think it's Derek Carr and the Raiders. That's the first one that popped in my head. I think you have a really talented quarterback that's underrated. You have a really good tight end that's going to help take pressure. Some other guys, but also with the loss of Henry Ruggs, you might be able to step in, learn the offense, and really bring something special to the offense from day one. Now, if I was Odell and I wasn't just worried necessarily about more catches, but a championship, I tell you what, LA Rams would be very intriguing for me as well. And I know they got other receivers, but man, you step in there, you might be able to take that place of Deshaun Jackson, a deep threat there. I mean, you have a team that is loaded, and they added Von Miller. I mean, come on. If it's me, I look at the Rams and saying, hey, I might be able to be the final chip to a championship.
Tim, that's where I was going. My reaction is, okay, LA Rams, what you waiting for? Go get that, brother. That's my first choice.
Odell Beckham Jr. just texted Kim Jones, Rams. That is about as done as it gets. And, certainly it's understandable that Beckham wanted to take his time, wanted to make sure that his decision was right, wanted to make sure that when it was all done, he was at the place that he was supposed to go. And for me, what I was told was this was always about either the Rams or the Packers. Those were the two frontrunners. A bunch of other teams were really made a push, made some solid offers. It's going to be a one-year deal. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but the opportunity to play in LA with Matthew Stafford in an already good receiving group, simply too much for Odell Beckham Jr. to pass.
I still believe in you and me. 'Cause every night I go to sleep, I can see it like a movie in my dreams. Put my face in the addictions. How we gon' follow our dreams locked in a prison? They try to swallow me whole, God be my witness. They pry me out of my dreams, but I'm relentless. I want the money, ain't never want attention. So I don't pay attention to comments and all the mentions, cause they ain't see my vision. I was washing dishes till my rats turned into riches. Glad when it was Christmas. We ain't even barely get presents, but we was gifted. In a school of failure, we present perfect attendance. Welfare, baby, we working with what they give us. Made me some comments, judge still gave me a sentence. No period, city girls don't get scared when it's really real. When your bank account 20 mil in your house, up on the hill in your phantom, in the driveway you walk out and see the grill. Thank God you believe. Make sure you pray when you kneel.
I still believe it. You and me. 'Cause every night I go to sleep, I can see it like a movie in my dreams. Putting my face in the dirt on the ground, still I raise up to take back the crown. Yes, you can break my body, but you can't lock the soul of a man down.
My bank account, it was on super zero. Ain't never panic, I'm a superhero. Target my goals and I'ma shoot the arrow. When God turned the heat up on me, he said you De Niro. Play your part, got some brains like the scarecrow. Let's play it smart, cause we ain't playing checkers, this is chess, play your pawns. Sit back like a king, when they move, make your mark. And never ever let your competition take your heart. Say I believe in myself, when everybody stop believing, never leave on yourself. They had my back against the wall, I had to lean on myself. Almost made me put my dreams on the shelf, I'm tripping. Laws of attraction, you just think I'm rapping. I'm just putting out the energy so I can grab it. Everything that's in my memory that I imagine is finally here. 100 million in a year.
I still believe it. You and me. 'Cause every night I go to sleep, I can see it like a movie in my dreams. Putting my face in the dirt on the ground, still I raise up to take back the crown. Yes, you can break my body, but you can't lock the soul of a man down. As I lay down to sleep, play the Lord, so the key, all in one. Rest in peace, peace God, watch over me. As I lay down to sleep, pray the Lord, so the key, all in one. Rest in peace, peace God, watch over me.